Player's turn to pick. Radiant must choose.
Enchantress.
He hasn't been playing for a really
Nah,
long time,
he's
right?
pretty much done, yeah.
Even when I started, he was already on the way out. I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of fun stories from there.
The Team Tinker Team House.
Yeah, there's some that are PG, not PG, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, not
I
PG.
was like, you had
Yeah.
PG stories? I don't believe that
Yeah,
for a second.
but we have some PG picks, just like out of a fairy tale. We have a Disney princess Enchantress
Hey.
on Team Aster and RNG with
The villains.
the villains, the mean centaur and the bad boy left.
Dude, this is the four-legged draft.
Yeah.
The good four-legged and the
Okay.
evil four-legged.
Who- You can't break this now. You need to continue four-legging.
I want to know, why does Leshrac say two-legged abomination when you kill four-legged hero?
Does he really?
Yeah.
Like,
That's a
like
bug.
Eng.
does he really call her? Well,
Yeah, when you kill a guy, there's like
maybe.
random voice lines he says, right?
yeah, but
it's
if he-
one
if
of
he-
them.
I'm not sure if he does that to Ench. If he does that to Ench, maybe she has one of those fake back.
Oh my gosh.
Oof.
It's actually two people.
It's actually
Yeah. But that's why he says abomination also.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
makes
She's
sense.
masquerading as a four-legged creature.
Yeah.
She's just trying to fit in.
All right, so then let's get Magnus. How about
Sure, I
that?
wouldn't mind that.
What else is there? Four-legged. Do we need four legs or can we go four and more, four and above?
Lycan is 4 legs and old,
Technically,
Yeah,
yes, I
technically.
suppose.
but I don't know if that counts.
I don't know if
'cause
that counts.
He's just sometimes 4-legged.
Because technically these are 6 appendaged creatures, because they have 4 legs and they have 2 arms.
What about techies? They're in a card, has 4.
What about
They
wings?
have 3 in techies.
Right.
Squeeze, spleen, and spoon.
Oh,
Wait, he
true.
has 4 legs, right? Sort of.
Puck, yeah, I can see it.
I mean,
Is it?
No, it's more like
Kind of.
little T-Rex arms.
Yeah, it's
Like, I never knew what they were about.
Little pincers.
I can't stop looking at his arms right now.
Yeah, there's little T-Rex arms, I told you.
No, they're huge. What do you mean little?
I mean, they're like, compared to the rest,
Okay, arms are big, and then you have
there's
big
these
ass
little 2
hands as well.
paws or whatever. Do you have the interactive hero model on in Dota? Like your
Yeah.
icon is like
Oh, the
moving and
portrait,
stuff?
animated portrait?
Yeah. Like, do you have anything you really like that stands out to you? For me, it's every time Leshrac does the head move.
Oh yeah, the little ear. Like,
yeah,
kinda like,
that gets me every time when I
I
see
do
it.
like that. Brewmaster has one that's similar to that.
Yeah, he also does it. Yeah.
I like when my silencer finds a box to finally stand on, and he isn't miniature in the.
Oh really? The portrait's bugged on
Yeah,
silencer?
my portrait has been bugged on silencer for years.
Oh, where you see like half the head?
Yeah, I just see him like peeking from somewhere.
You gotta get
Like,
that.
some of those webcams there.
Yeah, it's in SCA we always have those webcams.
Okay, but talking seriously a little bit about the draft, Puck against Lesh and Centaur. Puck overall went through, which is a surprise.
Yeah.
He's been banned out in first stage for a really long time.
For like a year already.
But
Even after all the nerfs.
Yeah.
versus Centaur versus the speed, you have that ring to catch people. They can't do that.
Good against Slash.
Yeah. Visage banned out actually. He mastered something. Earlier they played it on 4. We've also seen play Visage on 5.
10 seconds remain.
As a Visage spammer, as a guy that played a lot of Visage, I don't feel like that hero is still that strong. Only under certain circumstances in the perfect games he dominated.
This was one of the circumstances though. You said Centaur, double edge, immediately fills up Soul Assumption.
Yep, it's pretty solid.
Good. But
But
not in this game.
versus Centaur, let's say you just
Yeah.
buys a
It's
Crimson.
turn to pick.
Birds are pretty damn useless.
Or if you just write to the Centaur and your birds die.
Or your birds die.
Invisible
from
death.
Feels bad.
Yeah, but I can't. I can't advocate for Visage buffs because it's an annoying hero to play.
It's very annoying, especially this new axe. It's
Yeah.
pretty.
The new axe actually makes me feel like the hero is fun.
I mean,
there's some
but it
skill
ruins
in
pups
it.
though.
Yeah.
Like so many pop people just complain. Ah, I'm dead again. He's so fucking broken.
I'd rather have him
Roll.
flying over the sky in Viz than unkillable and taking your towers.
5
True. Yeah.
seconds.
Why is Bristleback not popular in China?
I don't know. It is popular in other regions, but China doesn't seem too keen on it.
Other regions is like
Skyrat
first 2.
popular,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
To pick.
They picked the Skyrat on 4 quite a
They're
bit.
so squishy. Pucks. Skyraf and Enge.
They really need to round it up with some control on their 1 and 3.
Some
Void.
Dragon Knight, something like that. They definitely need someone that goes in first. I'll give some information. Maybe a tanky offlaner can do it. But Axe also kind of thrives on information.
Yeah,
True.
I like Void on both of these.
Void is good, yeah.
On RNG with the Snapfire.
Spectra.
She gets information.
Okay, yeah, I like this a lot. And now you can just round it out with like some offlane.
Skirmisher.
Yeah, like
with,
Mars. Is Mars still in the pool? He is. Mars could be good. I wouldn't mind Night Stalker. I think that hero is kind of strong actually.
Yeah.
And they don't have the last pick, unfortunately.
Team Master's draft is just...
It looks fun. It looks really weird.
It's Team Master's draft.
Yeah.
It looks weird, but it's what they can make work.
Very, very funky. So it's a mid-pack, pretty much confirmed.
Yep.
Unless they want to offlane it. But pack Skyraf.
Skyrat sounds awful.
Yep, yep. And then we have a, what, 5 snap, mid-lash.
They banned out the Jug. What do you think about the Void for RNG? Is it an option?
Void is good after he gets the first item. It's just the problem is, early game there's a lot of silences, the coil is troublesome.
But you're playing with the Snap, so you always have that guaranteed damage in
It is Radiant's ban.
Chrono, which they ban out Medusa.
Yeah, yeah. That would have been,
Don't forget.
Never forget.
that would have been a really good one.
Never forget the...
They also played Nature's Prophet for God King. Do you
But
think you
I
can-
would don't want to see that here against Spectra. Already kind of setting yourself up for failure. Phantom Lancer is good against all heroes except Puck.
Remain. Dire's turn to pick.
I will have to see the offlaner. I wouldn't mind the Ricky here either. I think Ricky could be pretty damn good for RNG. Against this Puck, Skyraf, Enge.
It used to be so good versus Spectre with Diffusal early on. You hunt her down, all the cores that you can to the jungle early.
But you're pretty all in. Like once the Spectre gets a Blade Mail, your Lashrock is not gonna feel good. And they do go for the
with the
Mars,
Mars,
of
yeah.
course.
Versus Centaur. Like,
One of his best heroes too.
Exactly. If Centaur is drafted early on, usually it's instant response with the Mars pick or a Mars ban by the team that picked.
And you've got Dream Coil. These people aren't stampeding out of anything.
Yep.
Maybe a little bit too much control.
Remain.
No
the-
such thing,
no such
Lizard.
thing?
Too
Okay.
much.
And it's also a hero that makes very good usage of information that Spectre gives. Like you wanna get this 2 or 3 man arena if you can, or maybe just a good spear.
For me, the only time a team can have too much control is when they pick 3. Because 3 doesn't bring any
Yeah,
damage.
that's true.
And then if you go more into control, it just feels like, okay, how do we kill them?
Right, so now we need a carry. I mean, I also mentioned Ricky because I thought they were going to pick Mars. Ricky lanes very well into Mars. And of course, you don't care about the Bulwark ever.
But built-in BKBs such as Jug is banned out. Lifestealer is still in the pool.
It's still risky though. It's kind of all in into the mid game. And if you lose that mid game,
If they go Ricky, you mean?
yeah, if they
Yeah.
go Ricky. And as soon as the Spectre gets a Blade Mail, terrible. That's actually, I feel, one of the worst heroes
versus
against
Mars, right? Bulwark can just defend your whole team.
I mean, even the lane seems terrible too against Sky and Mars.
Sky eats terribly the life.
All that 9 armor. What is it, 9 or 11 armor
9
now?
now.
9 armor?
From 11 to 9, yeah.
Sky doesn't care about that. It's all magic damage, baby.
I mean, Mars doesn't really care about it either. Spear hurts.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. I'm still going Aster because Aster's undefeated right now. You're not going to convince me no matter how bad the draft is. I thought Vici...
Yeah, matchy. Look at us.
It was on purpose. We called each other. Yeah, see, we called each other, but like we. Oh, in pants.
Looks nice still. You know. On part. We're gonna go with Aster. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, if we just there we go.
we can do it like this.
we
It's
can
no
do this
problem.
too.
The good old Slav squad. Yeah, it's I think the game needs to start. I hope the game's not paused because my legs are shaking right now.
You got to get that upper leg strength.
You need to go lower, Bkop.
Lower, like this.
Oh.
I had to stay on camera still. But here we go into the game. 5 Asters. Let me ask you a question. Aster you a question?
You answered me a question? What was the question?
I was going to say, how do you feel about these matchups coming in? Obviously, we're all favoring Aster. We've seen White Album really dominate with this puck. And he's going up against the Leshrac, which... Was it D-Stones we saw fainting the stuns and landing them on the puck when he played against the last? Or I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, it was so we watched too much Dota, so but I remember the specific. I don't recall who was playing it. Interesting build on the flyby. He decides to go with Bracer first item. Okay, a bit more HP region coming out from him from level 1. I just need to get it out. It's I've been lazy lately. You know, this squat took a lot of my energy.
That was a full day's workout right there. Just that one squat. I mean, it's okay. I understand it. Took a lot out of me as well. TB 500, almost 600 HP with 3 branches, sitting at the 9 armor. Not too bad. But as panel discussed, Scarlet Mage and also Mars, they do not care about armor. I know I bring this up a lot when we watch God King, but now he's playing the TV. So tell the quick story about when he was trialing for newbie. He played TV like 12 times in a row, bought Midas every single time.
How many games did he lose?
I think all of them. I think it was like all of them. But I can check his Dota buff real quick and not over-exaggerate on how many games he did lose with that trial.
So I want to see the spam coming out. The TB not starting. I wouldn't mind if he started with the magic stick, because there's going to be some spam. Bulwark, God's Rebuke, and Scarlet Mage. Now we have God King against God's Rebuke. Who's going to win?
Probably God's Rebuke. Maybe?
I don't know. You're into these like Marvel comics and stuff, so you should know more.
Which god will
yeah,
win.
better matchups, whose god is stronger, like which spells they got.
I think Shazam just takes them all out.
Shazam. That was a fun movie. You know, nothing too spectacular, but made me chuckle a couple of times.
So I think The Rock is playing Black Adam. Who's part of that universe in the Shazam world.
So Spectre into Leshrac. We didn't talk too much about the matchups because we always have something to talk about.
Yeah.
Blade Mail, Dispersion. Like, you just love to play into Leshrac. Leshrac's never going to feel comfortable playing into him. And this should be the item build. I see Monet doing up power treads. Sometimes we see just straight up Blade Mail. But this time around, I mean, it's a must-have item. There was one Spectre in Chinese region that did not pick up Blade Mail at all, which was very surprising.
I believe it lost too, right?
That's why she lost, exactly.
Yeah. And you know a chipped vest is going to drop here for probably both teams because they have Centaur and Spectre. Just as tradition at this point. Well, shots coming in on the flyby. He's kind of been isolated here. Quite tanky still, and they've got the Nature's Attendant, Spectral Dagger for the slow. I want to avoid that hook stop, but it looks like First Blood will be here for the side of Aster.
Lanham wanted to give last hit to Monet, but arrowed, so still going to be full HP. Good start for Lanham. We've seen what Lanham can do on his position 5 heroes, whether it's Abaddon, whether it's Treant Protector. Very aggressive player that gets a lot of farm.
A prize.
Yeah, Lanham has made this Enchantress work. We've seen a couple strong Enchantresses early. We'll see what build Lanham goes for. Right now, 0-1-1. So he's got the Enchant, he's got the Nature's Attendant. So you have the slow, you have the heal. But I guess the question is, do you want to go heavier into the Impetus, or are you looking more for, you know, both the Enchant, Nature's Attendants to be higher? Because we've seen both sides. 1 point Nature's Attendants, max out your QW, or keep Impetus low, max out your WE.
I guess he just puts another point in nature attendance later on, just to have a bit more sustain for Spectre, because it's all about Spectre getting the farm, getting her couple of easy CS at the start, and Mirana, she's in the base. So not too much pressure on Spectre right now.
No, and actually TPing towards mid. Obviously, that's to refill that bottom. Or attempt to. So White Album. Right now just working with that bottle. No Courier going into the Null Talisman. See how he can do. This is a hero he has just popped off with multiple times. It's kind of disgusting how well he plays this puck. Like just that hero alone, I think adds like 10-15% to their win percentage.
Yeah, he definitely knows how to play a hero. We're gonna see a bottle refill. Enchantress doing her job, doing the work. Panel, I think they discussed about 4-leg strat. PB, the only one who's not a 4-leg. And also when Leshrac kills Enchantress, he says, like, you're a disgrace to 4-leg or something like 4-leg abomination.
Yeah. A little animal farm going on right there.
A bit of a slow start to a game. 5 minutes in, we only have 1 kills. We want to see the bloodbath. We want to see people dying. Just some action happening. Right now, it's Farm Fiesta.
They're very quiet, but this definitely seems like a game that could pop off post level 6 for both teams. Maybe not so much for like God King, but you can see these other heroes, you know, big ulties ready to get dropped down. They try to get a kill there onto the Snapfire. They'll be sent back under the tower and surviving. Felix setting up for the arrow, or at least a wanting to.
TP with the casual 16 armor when he's close to the tower. That gets him to 50% exact physical resistance. So just half, very easy to do math, very quick.
Quick maths. They're not really doing much in terms of damage at the moment, but they continue to throw shots over at Super, hoping that they can maybe pick off one here bottom. They're keeping 3 heroes down low and letting Spectre just have the lane to himself.
Super is not gonna die easily. He has 17 magic wand charges, infused raindrop, no boots, so he's not that easy target to kill.
I would almost go as far as to say maybe unkillable right now. Trying to end that fire snap cookie. Won't get it though.
Interesting.
They're just waiting. Super come out a little bit too far. Maybe they get this kill. They've got the silence, the land, the spear, the lockdown. Is it going to be enough? Yeah, it will be.
Cookie not used. Terrorblade understands I can't really play the bottom lane anymore. They're tri-laning, so I'm just gonna go hit the jungle creeps. Spectre is level 6, doesn't have too much mana to work with, but yeah, just looking at the rotation. These stones making a move. Stampede.
Yeah, they want to go for this. They already look over at the Enchantress. Latham just gets destroyed. A couple rotations coming through from Aster, where they'll look to get a return kill onto Flyby, or maybe even skip him and go for D-Stones. Right clicks in, arrow doesn't land. Oh, try to TP out the damage! It's there! They killed D-Stones. Nothing Flyby can do about that.
Maybe if arrow connected on one of the heroes, it would be enough, so he would be able to TP out. Spectre, as mentioned, Haunt available, 150 mana, has a Clarity running, so still a decent trade. For Team Aster, just losing a position 5 and getting a kill on an enemy mid laner. That was also Coil with Arcane Rune, so another Coil will be available in a second. Let's see if White Album can pick up the rune. It's gonna be haste, so he could potentially make a rotation on one of the side lanes again.
See what he does here with this. Super getting soul experience. I guess that's
super good for him. Yeah, this is gonna be level 6 Snapfire, 9 minutes in. Boots of speed done. Not the best hero to defend the tower with. It's not Winter Wyvern. It's also not a Treant Protector, so he's gonna drop here, no doubt about it.
Yeah, getting caught. They've got the ensnare from the enchanted creep of Lanham. And they'll get the kill onto Super, and now they can pressure this tower. So far, the Aster movements have been really fine here, as there really hasn't been much of an answer coming out from this side of RNG.
I think these stones is making a big mistake being in the jungle right now instead of trying to make a rotation on the top lane. Mid, arrow connects, they're gonna get the kill, but I want to see him pressure the tower, because you're gonna lose one tower on the bottom lane. Top is getting pressured a bit. Okay, and if they can get a kill with Mirana and Lashrak on the mid lane, they rotate more heroes to the top. This is a big kill if they can get it, but Spectre a bit too tanky. This is why I wanted the Lashrak to rotate to the top lane, get a possible kill on Spectre with the Stampede, transition that into tower with the Edict, level 3 Edict at the moment, more than enough to bring it down. So right now they're still giving potentially a chance for Aster to defend the tower, but it's dropping way too quickly. Minus armor coming out from the Blightstone, and the Little Shredder is a bit too much.
Cane Ring found for Spectre. No chipped vest just yet.
Healing power.
Why by putting the pressure onto Monet as he's in his own jungle. And they've taken the tier 1 top. They're looking for the tier 1 mid, and they can really start to shrink the map of Aster. The question is that going to be enough to shut down this Spectre? So far sitting middle of the pack. Just 3,500 net worth. Like, even the surprising.
Well, let me just switch the network. I'm about, I'm a guy that switches 10 minutes in. Let's see the network. No. Maybe I switch to see how much gold they got, switch it back to CS.
But never fully there until the end. Top 10.
They got a sentry.
They should be able to get this kill. They'll take out Flyby, easily done. Mortimer's Kisses gets used. That doesn't feel great to use them, but might as well try. Arena Spear, and well, the Mystic Flare is more than enough damage to get the tanky Centaur, who's sitting top of the net worth.
Puck this time around going for more aggressive build. A lot of Pucks just getting that Witchblade as a first item.
Right.
Now he's going into a Blink Dagger. I guess they want to have someone to just straight up initiate a fight, but I don't like if XXX gets a Blink Dagger as a first item. So you're gonna have 2 Blink Daggers. Just one is enough, so they need to communicate. Like, who gets it? Because Puck with Witchblade, it gives you enough damage to solo kill heroes, especially a hero like a Snapfire, One Coil, even Mirana. You just need that a bit extra damage, and Witchblade provides you with that. So White Album decided to go for a Blink Dagger. Mars also getting closer to his one. So if they get 2 Blink Daggers, then it's smoke time. Use the arena, try to get a kill on TB. Spectre in the middle of the pack. Not too much farm at the moment.
Stampede going after last. They've got the minus armor. They have 3 heroes here. They'll get the kill. It's taking out this Enchantress once again, giving a 1k lead over to RNG. We've talked about the double blinks at times. We were seeing it a little bit more with like DK and Mars or DK Legion when that was popular in Season 1. And just a lot of gold spent on mobility. And it feels like you almost forced into a spot where you have to make it work.
Yeah, with purchasing 2 blinks, you want to take a fight. The on White Album, more than enough. White Album, they're taking a lot of kills away from him.
There is little for Dyer's middle
he's been involved in 3 out of 6, but usually when you rotate, you want to get the last hit.
Right. And so Blade Mail gets delivered for the Spectre. Can get involved now. Low heroes, you use that haunt, you jump in, you pop that Blade Mail, maybe sneak a kill here or there.
Now once the Blade Mail is done, it also allows you to farm the Ancients more efficiently. So she can possibly be in triangle right now.
There is little hope for Dyer's middle tower.
Just enchanting creeps in the enemy jungle, trying to farm where he can, and he's actually picked himself, despite the fact that he's died a handful of times. It's not that bad net worth for him.
He's doing okay. It's just that he got the first blood, set himself up for a nice game. It's Enchantress. Like, this hero doesn't need items, but whatever you can get, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, you see a lot of like first item solar crests on Enchantress. And Borax, he's doing what he normally does with this Skywrath, going into that first item, Rod of Atos, which we've seen from him. We've seen it on a couple Skywraths be as slow as like 25 minutes to pick up the Rod of Atos when you're just not having a good game on the Skywrath.
It might be the same thing here. They are not fighting at all. He's been involved in 2 kills. Hero that doesn't really have a farming tool. You need to invest mana. Concussive Shot, at least right now, works on creep waves. Remember before, like, you couldn't even use that on creeps. That this hero was so bad.
No, actually, I do think this hero's quite good in situational plays. I'm waiting for someone to play him in a core role and see that shard with like Ags and all that.
He's just too squishy. Like, you feed away so much gold, even if you have like 5-0 start, you rotate, still very sustainable to burst. Any kind of jump will result in your death pretty much. Mirana ulti, but seems like nothing is happening. There is an observer ward. Oh, it's just in the triangle, so Aster, they see what's happening inside the triangle. Sentry unfortunately does not reach.
They smoke.
They saw the smoke.
Yep. Although they saw it, but they didn't back off the mid lane. Mortimer's kisses, the arrow. Again, the focus is on Atlanta. Maybe a little surprising considering they got the hoof stomp on both. Maybe the arrow wouldn't connect in time before the phase shift. You either get one or none.
Or maybe they didn't see it. I don't know what the plan here was, because the rest of the team was holding the high ground at the northern part of the map. Haunt still available. We have not seen a single Haunt yet.
Yeah, very relaxed from Aster. But you've got the Yasha soon here for Monet. There's the medallion, a smoke picked up for the Enchantress, maybe signaling that they do move here. Arena, Spear, Mystic Flare. Oh, the God King, they'll get the kill onto the Terrorblade. They look over at Super. They've got the slow. A little bit of minus armor on the White Album. They land the stun. Arrow coming in, but that only hits onto the Enchantress. Centaur trying to make something happen with a Stampede, but he can't get a right click off. Finally, he does. Starstorm in. They get the kill on Alanum. Flyby, he's tanky, but how tanky is he surrounded by 4 heroes? Monet's already dipping off of this one, so they won't chase.
It's a bit of a difficult kill to get a Centaur with the Vanguard and Hood, but they can clear the rest, and that's exactly what they did. Good initiation, they get the TB, can get off the Sunder. Mirana going into Yule Scepter, and we can see the power of Spectre with the Blade Mail. She goes in on top of Lashrak. He's not gonna feel comfortable at all playing into this. I want to see what his item build is gonna be. He has Yule Scepter going into Kaya. If you want to go a greedier route, like BKB is okay. Sorry, if you want to go Boots of Travel, that's a bit greedy. Maybe this time around you're gonna need an earlier BKB just to fight with the team and then into Boots of Travel. But let's see what he decides to go for.
This is a big fight there, taking out D-Stones, who was having a big game. Slowing him down. Yep. Centaur is towards the top.
So he queues up a BKB. I think it's a much safer play, because if you go Boots of Travel, sometimes it can also backfire. You want to go for that one extra creep wave. You get punished, then the investment's really not there.
God, Felix just getting caught again. XXS able to grab that kill. It's every time, because Borax and XXS are kind of working in tandem.
Aster should just keep fighting right now. They have Witchblade, they have Arena.
Catch up onto Super. Borax with another kill. And that's going to get him the Rod of Atos. So after we mentioned that he was kind of progressing slowly on the Rod of Atos, he's been involved in a lot. That fight over mid, he got quite a bit in gold. There he gets 2.
Talked about the 20-minute Road of Atos. It's gonna be 18 minutes, so not too much difference. And Spectre will have Manta Style done in the next minute or 2. So everyone has an item to fight at the moment.
Dream Coil down. They'll find Felix once again.
Oh, Felix is just not having a game. They are completely murdering his game. He shows up in the lane, dies, respawns, dies again. And these are 3 back-to-back deaths.
They're really not feeling it at the moment.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
And that's a big problem. Look at where he is in the net worth. Like the 2 supports of Aster are farming really well.
is in danger.
And they're slowly transitioning into cores. And okay, I like this play. They're going inside the pit. They have a medallion. TB with meta. Eating ton of damage coming out from Leshrac. It's a good one. I think this time around Leshrac picks it up because TB already used the meta, and if he respawns, can't do really much at this point. Like, if this was the second Roshan, I think TB picks it up.
Right.
But it's much better on Leshrac at the moment.
Now the question is, can they do anything with this Aegis? They're starting to drift behind. They're down 3k.
Maybe with next meta. They don't feel they have enough damage without meta. So I expect them to wait another 2 minutes and possibly smoke. Maybe try to get a pick off with Mirana ulti. Also, we have not seen Mortimer's kisses. We've seen one Mortimer's on top, and that's it, which they did not get any kills with. So got a bit more. Like, this hero is really good at making the rotations. Once you hit that level 6, it kind of guarantees 1 kill, if not 2. Didn't happen this time.
No, not really. You've got the minus armor, yeah, that helped you get Roche, but you want to see a lot more from your Snapfire. The Stampede, they get the kill on the God King, though. Monet gets credit for that one. They'll throw the arrow in. That hits onto the Spectre. Can they keep the Spectre alive? They've got the Dream Coil down onto the 3. Spectre getting low. Finally, Monet dies, so they've traded their carries. They look over to get the kill on the field. Stun misses on Alanum, and they look for the spear, and I don't believe that lands, but the right clicks in on a D-Stone as well as the silent onto the Centaur. D-Stone somehow walks out of this. They've got the Moonlight Shadow to hide under, and they look over as they lose Flyby. 3 heroes dead here, and they do get the Spectre.
They do. Spectre did not manage to pop off any of the abilities. No Blade Mail, had the Essence Ring, had a Magic Wand. If she uses it, just the Essence Ring, I think she survives there. Then she can fail and would not be focused anymore. But the most important part, like XXS, we didn't talk too much about him this time around. He's been very active, involved in 12 out of 15 kills, has a BKB done on top of a Blink Dagger. So he's having a really good time. So Aegis still in the hands of RNG.
Yeah, getting close to getting that taken out. But I think holding it definitely gives them maybe a response opportunity. Just a question.
I think they need to pick a fight. This meta is available, so let's see if they decide to go for a smoke play. Mirana ulti not available. Super doesn't even have a smoke. He bought one, but needs to use the courier.
So it'll be a little bit.
Like, this game is slipping out of their hands if they just wait. So they need to do something.
Yeah, they got the Spectre, which is good, but they need to continue to try and get the lockdown and shut down these games a little bit more. White Album's starting to really get away. Up top, Stampede used again. Borax might be the one they go for, but is it really worth it? He's trying to get a kill here onto the Skyref using that Stampede.
And Borax is like, I'm gonna TP out. If I die, I get a free TP.
Enchantress bottom. And they've got the Pulse Nova, right clicks trying for it, but you don't really need the right clicks. All you need is the magic damage, and you'll get the kill on Alanum. So, a couple of good pickups there for RNG moving around the map. That's really well done. You know, gotta make something happen with this Aegis. I think that's okay. You still want more, though.
They didn't get the kill on a core, but it's all good. Just getting the pickups here and there. And seems like they're not going to go for a full smoke. Go with the TB meta because he does not have it anymore.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Solar Crest picked up for the Snapfire. They're starting to take a tier 2 tower up towards top. Of course, they've got that minus armor, the little Shredder. Flyby can kind of tank this. Blink. God's Rebuke as well as the arena around 3. They're trying to get the kill here with BKB popped here by XXS. They go after Flyby. Damage from health. Super low. He might end up dead, but he's under the Shadow of Moonlight Shadow. Can he get out? No. The answer to that is, in fact, no. But they've taken out the Aegis. They've got the Yules on an XSS. They have the control to get the kill onto the Mars. They're looking over as God King walks forward. Spear pushes back, but they've got the blink as well as the hoops. The sun comes in for the Leshrac. Now the Dream Coils down, but caught White Album. He's in trouble. Starstorm in. They get the kill on a White Album. They take out the Puck, who plays aggressive and pays for it massively.
A great usage. They're from RNG. They go in. They use that Aegis.
is on Leshrac. Leshrac was full HP, full mana in that fight, like they focused him because a lot of damage is coming out from him. Remember, this was also a fight where TB does not have meta, so he's not doing that much damage.
And they have the lockdown. Lanham getting low. Rod of Atos silent there, and there's the Aegis, but comes back alive, and
Wait up.
they just have too much. Flyby, great lockdown there. And then White Album just gets over aggressive, and he's going to pay for it with his life. BKB popped by D-Stones to get the kill on Alanum. He's now dominating. And RNG, despite the fact that they were down a couple thousand, have now taken themselves a bit of a net worth lead.
Talked about the itemization on Leshrac. Glad he did not decide to go for the Boots of Travel. Now going into Bloodstone, which is okay, and just has a casual Voodoo Mask for Spell Lifesteal, which is okay on Leshrac. Level 19. Wow, that about to hit level 20. So Pulse Nova damage. Once you hit that level 20, you can actually feel the difference in damage that Leshrac does.
Spectre, Blade Mailman to Diffusal. We'll see if that ends up being enough here for Spectre to really feel comparable in these team fights. Now White Album was going level 5 Dagon. Now rethinks going straight 5 Dagon.
Dagon 2 at the moment. Just a bit more burst damage against the TB. They don't have the best catch. Their only catch is pretty much Morana with the Yule Scepter arrow setup. So if he feels that he needs to buy a bit more time for his team, Boots of Travel is a good investment.
Scotty picked up for Terrorblade too. Sitting top of the net worth. Things really good for RNG. Smoke into the outpost. They'll get that.
Bullseye.
Roche potentially up in a minute. Arrow hit on XXS. Despite the fact that he was smoked up. Just taking a chance, and little Archer's prediction gets that's how they smoke themselves. So let's see what RNG can do with this smoke. They're not working with an Aegis this time around, so if Leshrac dies, a lot of their damage gets taken away. Lanham, good spot to break the smoke. They've got to get to the arena. Now they've got the stun with the Mystic Flare. They're mitigating the damage with Morana, but it's not going to be enough mitigation. They get the kill on the D-Stones. They look over the was going to be dropped. They get the kill on Lanham. They'll take out Felix. It ends up being a 2-for-1. The Stampede to try and leave. XSS Bull working away. They've got the lockdown on a Monet. They look over at God. They've got the slow from the concussive shot. White Album.
They need a stun or
He's
a
right
silence.
behind the
There's a stun. And
they've got the silence. Mortimer's Kisses is just too late. It doesn't do anything. And they're going to catch up to Super potentially and take a fourth. Sound, Fire Snap Cookie, Scatterball. But there's a lot of Atos, and they've got the kill. Very well done by Aster.
They cannot ask for a better fight initiation. XXS goes onto Leshrac, because Leshrac right now is the damage dealer in their team, besides TB. But if TB wants to deal damage, he also needs Leshrac to be in the front line, create a bit of a chaos, so we're going to see that again.
Didn't get anything off. I feel like he had a chance to get the BKB.
Spell. And the burst damage is there, reducing the magic resistance by 45%. Ancient Seal, one of the best silence abilities, if not the best silence ability in the game.
And then God King's already running.
And he understands, I have no BKB, I have no Manta Style, I have this SNY, a bit of a status resistance. That's not going to save me against all this burst damage. He cannot be isolated. Spectre, you could feel that Monet was a bit afraid of going in because of that Sunder. Now Spectre hits level 20, extra 400 HP. Roshan, we still yet to see second Roshan dying, so Shard is available.
Shard could be given over. Honestly, I don't hate it on the puck. I don't hate it on the Spectre. If you had to choose a person to get it, if Aster do grab this Shard. I know Spectre's is nice with the dispersion upgrade. And Roche, obviously, we've been seeing a lot more of the shard pickups on Leshrac.
Oh yeah, I thought it was a meme. I thought it was bad, but play a couple of games against it. I saw it in a couple pro games. It's good. It's very good when you're also in a bad position where you defend the high ground with. The AoE is huge.
Yeah, and when you've got two of them going at one time, all of a sudden, it feels very difficult to even move in. Like we saw it in just the last series alone, where you've got that high ground and everybody's trying to defend the steps in front of the racks, but you force the team to play behind the racks because, well, the
It's a
entire
zoning
length
tool.
is
It's very
stunned.
hard to enter the area where it goes because you can't do anything. You can't dispel it. You can't fix it. You can't fix the ground.
Yeah, if you don't have BKB.
If you don't have Bob to fix it.
Nature attend us.
BKB's popped around the horn. They're going to go with the arena. BKB this time was popped by T-Stone, so he's going to survive this. But they
XXS
land a
just tanking
spear
everything.
onto God King. Now with no longer having that BKB, he'll start to back off. The arena's down. Ladam is the one from lining up. They're going to get the Dream Coil on the snap onto this Terrorblade. God King needs to run back. They've got themselves the Moonlight Shadow under Haunt, bouncing around, looking for a proper target. Yules up into the air onto Felix as he tries to run back. Mortimer's Kiss is coming down, but Ladam's going to be 4-step back. Is it going to be enough to survive? No, it won't be, because they've got the Blink as well as the Double Edge, and then the last shot from the Kiss. This is
As the term.
a way to die for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And this time around, they did not have this good initiation. They did not manage to get people on walls of the arena.
To the impurities.
RNG, they used their BKBs straight away. Like, they did not want to risk anything. So what is DB building? He's going into Butterfly. Interesting. Has a Paladin sword, so has some lifesteal. Don't need to go for Satanic right now. I'm just wondering if he's going to get a BKB eventually, or if it's going to be Butterfly into Satanic. Smoke from Aster. They know BKBs are down. They know there's no Stampede for 10-15-ish seconds.
And no shadow for them to hide under. Ooh, backing away with that smoke. Maybe a little unsure about what's coming. Take out an observer. Lanham's the one who just takes that out by himself.
Silence.
But that's about it. That smoke really doesn't do all too much. Dagger level 3 for the puck. Witchblade, Boots of Travel, Blink Dagger working with the Quiver.
A bit of mixed damage. Magical has the talent, level 20, plus 25 damage on level 10, and then going for Spell Am, going for Vanning Rift cooldown. So wants to be able to scale. He's going to be more magical this time around. Good against the illusions, good against the TB, especially if he has no BKB and he does not have one.
Yeah, maybe looking potentially with that Waning Rift cooldown at getting the shard from the next Roche.
He could. They have 2 abilities, 3 abilities to break the coil with. God's Rebuke, Spear of Mars.
But even just the revealing of invisible enemies for 5 seconds. You Moonlight Shadow, you've got
This
that.
is a professional game. These are e-athletes, Bkop. They know what they're doing. They're going to have sentries. They're going to have dust. But it's a good addition. You know, maybe if the supports die, you need to have that reveal. It's not that bad.
E-athletes.
Yeah, these are e-gamers.
E-gamers. Is that capital E, lowercase g?
E minus.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, capital G.
Lowercase a, capital M.
3 R.
Gamers. Okay. Yeah, they're a elite squad of
Yeah,
gamers.
1337 elite squad of gamers. Professional video game players. Still tier 1 towers standing on the top lane. 32 minutes in. Not something we see often, but it is what it is. And Borax, he just loves this item build. I've seen him play so many Skywrath Mage lately. Rod of 8,
Prize is mine.
a Blink Dagger, and then needs another mana item. So sometimes it's Lens, sometimes it's Hex. Depends how much gold he can get. If this was a Philosopher's Stone, you know,
Delay.
Fillet.
Yules and the arrow. All right, that lands on Ladam. They've got damage for sure to take out this Enchantress, who is short 120 gold
Dead,
of getting
very
buyback.
dead, no buyback. There is still one bounty.
Ratos. Okay.
That's not gonna bring her to buyback. God King just going in, going ham.
Ooh, stop lands on Huevo, and now they've got themselves the arena. Monet jumps in. This is Rochelle. Mystic Flare on the tower. They get down. King. They get the kill on the TV. Now they're going to work for more. The Dream Coil comes down onto 2. Illusory Orb over the top. They've got the Yules on Monet. BB pop by fly by. Now Yule onto this Mirana. Ooh, looking for the spear, but they've got the Rod of Atos instead with the Ancient Seal. They'll get the silence and take out 2.
Oh,
and now Roche is theirs.
DB. This is a kind of a game-losing moment right there. If he does not get caught, what are you celebrating? What are you? I just wish we could see this on camera. Like, what's happening? Your predictions,
I was
right?
kind of happy. No, wait, prediction. No, that doesn't affect this game. That doesn't affect this game.
Okay.
It's a series question. I'm already 2-0 today, though, so I'm pretty happy, given the little Selly. Look at this Dream Coil coming into 2.
What about when you said Selly? Okay, I'll hold that thought. So they burst it out so quickly. Once DB is gone, fight is kind of over because right now it's still doing a ton of damage, but they need DB.
Yeah.
And talking about the semi, what about Steamies? You guys still getting Steamies?
Although maybe.
You didn't get Steamy for April.
Did we?
I don't know. I'm asking you. I'm not American. I don't get my Steamy.
I don't know. I haven't been there in a while. 1,400 gold on me?
Yeah. And it can't be a coincidence. 1,400 gold. 1,400 gold shard.
What is my shard? Ooh, that's the question. Do I use my Stimmy on my shard?
How can we upgrade you? I don't think 1 shard would be enough. Right. We would need we need more slots. We need more neutral items. What would we give you, Bkop?
Ooh, Green Core to cast Team Fight Analysis, or well, Team Fight cast, not analysis. It's not.
What if they give me Mind Breaker right now so I can silence you and you shut up? What about that one? Just kidding. It's not there anymore. It's 1.75 second silence. You can talk right now.
I was trying. All I heard in my ears was just silence. Silence.
I'm trying. I'm trying to click. It's the most annoying sound. Like, but I'm still clicking straight away. I want to do it as fast as possible. He will go down.
Yeah, they find the spear. They've got the Mystic Flare. Dead for 76, no buyback. Felix is avoiding Monet.
I want to see after the game how much damage Terrorblade did.
Doesn't feel like a lot right now.
Definitely not.
Is mine.
I would say it's sub 10k at the moment.
Cool. Unfortunately not something I can pull back or pull up on the side. I could check his fantasy points though. They're all saying 3. So that didn't work. Look at the tier 2 over mid. Aster should take it easily and it's gone. And they're just moving forward. Guardian Grease for Felix.
Felix loves that item.
Monet will just stand his ground and he's got this Aegis to work with. Arrow comes in, doesn't land. Now the blink as well as the arena comes down. They've got themselves a spear onto Super with a miss. Get the kill on Snapfire, who's dead for 45 with buyback. Dominating now for Monet, who is 6-1 and 12.
Get the tower will go down. They have a lot of minus armor. They have a Sword Crest. They have
Blink. Stop coming. So see with the BKB pop by 5 by the 4-step back from Lanham. They get the first life out of the hands of Monet. The look over as the spear lands on a Felix. BKB's gonna run on a flyby, so he needs to be a little bit careful. They've got the H kill and they should be able to get the kill, but the fire stamp cookie from this fire on the T-Stone stuns up Monet. They'll get the kill onto the Spectre. Look over for more. Mortimer's kisses coming down, and XSX will give Granny a kiss in death once again.
Keep chasing. Like, they need to try to get more out of this. So they don't lose the barracks. We see the shard from last track. It's has a lot of potential. So I'm not surprised that it got picked up. To go back to the talk, you read something, you think it's really not that good, and then you see a couple of games and you realize, man, this is actually legit.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. See Monet getting controlled. Just stuns and stuns and stuns from that split earth.
Imagine if that's paired up with another AoE ability. Something like Kinetic Field, maybe Arena.
Yeah, arena, because it would take up most of the arena. Circle within a circle. It's also good in combination, I would say, with the overwhelming blink.
Something we see being picked up. Right now he does not have boots. He sold his boots. Spider. That's going to give him movement speed and overwhelming blink. 50% percentage movement speed slow is always going to be good, and 50 attack speed low. And it's also due to Mad Bkop.
Okay.
You can do it this time. How much damage do they get from a centaur? From overwhelming blink?
Take damage equal to 200 plus 100% of your strength. So he's got 178 strength plus 200. That's 378.
That's not bad.
And there's the
That's
math.
So almost 400 plus attack speed slow, movement speed slow. On 15-second cooldown.
Yeah, not bad at all.
It's AoE. If you land that 5 heroes, it's almost 2,000 damage.
To start the fight,
Not bad.
doing 1/5 of TB's damage. Although TB going into the Satanic. The Butterfly
After
has
finishing the beam.
has the Trickster's Cloak that makes him invis. But like I said, Shard here on the puck. How worth is your invis? I don't know. Maybe not that much. Well, Shrek getting the 30% magic resistance instead of that Diabolic Edict explosions.
It's an interesting one, especially against Sky and Puck. Because Puck went full on magic damage, E-Blade, Dagon. What about E-Blade on T-Blade? Like, that's gonna hurt T-Blade for sure.
T-Blade.
Dire's bottom tower.
Something we have not heard in a while. Was big fan of that name during the Singapore Major.
They're going to go in silence, look for the spear. That actually lands on the Prana, but he was looking for somebody else. With the BKBs being popped, they'll go after this Therablade. BKB's around the horn in front of the arena, comes out. BKB is going to run out in just a second, but he's got the Metamorphosis. They have the Dream Cool down onto those Tracules up in the air. Monet in a little bit of trouble by the double edge. 4-step back, trying to get out of the range of the Mortimer's Kisses. D-Stone's continuing to chase. They land the spear onto the TB, but the stuns, they're lining up. XXX can't even run out of it. They get the kill on Monet. They end up losing. D-Stone's look over at Flyby to try and get the kill on the Centaur, who's been dusted up, so he can't run too far without being in vision. However, he's made his escape for a moment. Super ends up dead. 3 heroes gone on the side of RNG. And well, the Centaur does survive, and so does the T-Blade.
The damage coming up from Enchantress in this, like, no one wants to focus Enchantress straight away, but it's pure damage from Impetus. She uses a Solar Crest, Untouchable Slow. I don't think TB cannot really focus down Enchantress. I think it needs to be Leshrac. It needs to be some magical damage coming up from the Centaur with an overwhelming blink, with the double edge. Still big win. Big win for T-Master.
It's like Enchantress just... The reason Enchantress is able to do so much damage is just feels like a hero that looks like it shouldn't do that much damage. They're ignoring Latham the entire time.
Yeah, he's full HP, pretty much full mana. Look at him. Using those Impeti.
Impedoxin, yeah. Super dead. I mean, it's just... You look so inconsequential to the fight. You just get left alive to throw out Impetus all the time.
Right now she has enough mana pool to cast multiple of those, probably like 20 plus.
Get to that level 25, get that 6.5% additional Impetus damage. Ignore me now.
TB thinking about what he's gonna go next. Has Trickster's Cloak, a bit of evasion, a bit of a magic resistance. I don't think he could have asked for a better tier 4 item at the moment, because he needs evasion against Spectre. Spectre does not build into MKB, and just a magical resistance against Puck, against Skywrath Mage is always gonna feel good.
Right. Ooh, Sunder cooldown, minus 34 seconds. If you can get a Sunder off, he's been struggling.
He's been struggling because he did not have BKB. But now with the BKB online, most likely gonna be able to use it. Has some statuses. I don't think they can just burst him down from 100 to 0. But worst thing happened. You know, casters calling this cannot happen. But we'll see what's gonna happen in this one. Borax denies double damage. He did not want to die for that one, even though no one was around.
Ag's blessing on this Roche.
Scanning for enemies.
Smoke from both teams, and Lanham just leads the charge. I love that Lanham is just able to do this. He might die for it this time, and he does. They'll get the arena down. Exorcist is going to pop the BKB. They've got the silence of Kona Felix, and he's going to buy back immediately. They don't have a buyback available on
50
Lanham.
gold short.
And it's a little bit of a problem not having that extra damage, not having that extra heal. As they go on to XXS, they surround him, and they do take him out. Mystic Flare down with the silence and the Ancient Seal on a super. Sunder to save a Snapfire. All right, well, he's got the minus duration on it, but is this going to cost him with the BKB pop? They go after Monet. They've got the start to have the damage to get the kill of the Spectre. Yes, they do. All three heroes on Aster do have buyback, and they're going to lose a fourth. That is Borax
they do not
dropping.
buy back here. There's no point. I think they lost the fight. There's no haunt to come back into the fight, so this is going to be Cheese, Aegis, and Aghanim Scepter. I want to see who picks up the Ags. Probably going to be TB.
Thought maybe White Album would make a move for this, as seems very typical of how he plays this puck, but just him alone. Not going to go for it.
So TB.
Ooh, getting a kill on a Felix, who bought back. Dream coming out.
So no Ags for T-Blade. Actually going to be a Centaur picking it up.
More resistance.
Yeah, 40% damage reduction. And you can go over the cliffs.
So they don't buy back on any of these heroes. They might be willing to give up tier 3. They do have Glyph. And I say that, Borax buys back. It's another one of those instant, you set it, and then the opposite happens.
TB not really afraid to use Sunder to save his teammates.
I was
Has
very
Satanic.
surprised.
Like, it could have possibly, you know, backfire, but now he feels really safe.
Monet not really doing a lot in this fight, it feels like. He's chasing the Leshrac, E-Blade comes out, now he's on the run, and Monet never really did much. He threw a Spectral Dagger, gets Yules, and then he's dead. Okay.
Not the cleanest fights from both of these teams. Like,
A little shaky.
a bit shaky indeed.
Look at
The
this
one
net
when
worth.
Mars, yeah, I mean, the graph kind of shows what's happening in this game.
It's a fun roller coaster. If I owned an amusement park, I would make a roller coaster that mimicked like the most back and forth game of Dota. You just
You'd probably throw up a couple
yeah.
of times.
Oh, yeah.
But you definitely also need a fast pass. You need that quick pass, go in, go on that ride. You're
Yeah.
not gonna wait in queue.
You do the you have
But
one
maybe
that,
Dota players are kind of used to waiting in a queue.
Yeah.
Yesterday I had 30-minute queue, just waiting for my game to find. There's no one low skilled enough to match me with.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't queuing at the time. I'm very low skilled. Refresher orb. It's picked up. Okay. It's a refresher for the Mars.
My
Then
spirits are
Diagram Arenas. Blink a rolling blink comes through. The two, they pop the Lincolns. They've got the Mortimer's Kisses. They get the kill on a White Album as well as Borax immediately. Borax bought back to try and defend the base. And now XXS immediately into the BKB TP. That was such a quick kill.
Yeah, that's fear. This is why I was surprised that T-Blade did not pick up the Aghanim Scepter, so he bought one for himself.
prize is mine.
Interesting. Quick kill. And now no Borax. So then the Radabatos, that Ancient Seal, Mystic
DD
Flare.
on Terrorblade, he's going for the high ground. Like, this game could potentially just end. Borax, as you mentioned, no buyback, but definitely needs the buyback. They're gonna lose tier 4 towers. And look at this splitter, just zoning them out. You can't go on him.
Double damage to work with. God, those racks got cleared up so quickly.
Tower is under attack.
Don't run off.
They move to top, and the stuns are still going on with the BKB pop by Monet, or, well, just the Minotaur horn.
And DD got this held by Enchantress, but they're still gonna lose the barracks. These are 2 sets.
White Album goes to the back lines and doesn't really get much done there. Still 50 seconds without Borax. You can see Puck behind him. Needs to be careful. Hook Stomp arrow flying through, not gonna land. White Album though, trying to make something happen. BKB as well as Arena! It's around everybody! They've got the Thunder coming up from God King immediately. He pops that Satanic. He's trying to heal up as BKB's coming out from the side of the Arena. They've got the second Arena. First Arena, was it good enough? No, but they've got themselves the second Arena, and they've got the Stun on the Monet. Can they get the kill on the Spectre? Getting low in some trouble. Pops the Minotaur horn, trying to survive. Thunder out again from God King. The Impetus shots aren't going to be enough. They have the control. They'll get the kill on the White Album as well as Monet. Adam, he just tickles at this point.
Just don't have enough. T-Blade is going to be full HP. Nice try from XXS using that refresher. The reference was, you know, from the Hobbit, but what about the second breakfast? What about the second Arena?
Thunder, okay.
He's just gonna use that. The Thunder will burst him down. Instant buyback.
Buys back immediately. It just does not feel like Monet has the damage to get anything done. This TB overwhelms. So does D-Stones. It'll be Mega Creeps at least. But with 90 seconds to wait,
they should go in and just try to end the game. Do not give them another chance of possibly coming back. So Solar Crest on TB has Satanic. It still has aims ready.
Looking over at Monet is haunting around, and they've got the Sunder. There's the Arena as well as the Spear. They've got themselves the Mystic Flare, but it's not going to be enough. The Fire Snap Cookie got them out of the Mystic Flare. They've got the damage on XXS, but the Sunder, okay. Now back to full health for this Mars. He'll eat the cheese onto the Shrek. They go after Monet. He's going to be dead again for 2 minutes. They've lost. They'll call DG. RNG will get the victory over Aster. A very unexpected ending, but I mean, this
great
is
comeback.
The Chinese region.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of expected Aster to play a bit more aggressive with the advantage that they had. The Blade, you know, he's a strong late game carry hero, and if you just leave him alone, a couple of mistakes by God King early on, I think he needed a much earlier BKB to be able to survive in these fights, especially against Mars Arena and the Skywrath Mage on top of it. But in the end,
10 seconds. 5 seconds.
Haku against the storyline, the green team.
I
At least
believe it. And I'm sure Monet really wanted to play Luna that game.
Yeah.
But if you're Luna, you're obviously losing. If you're
Or in the DPC
you can
season
see
2.
exactly. You can see storylines. They go hand in hand.
Still, if Medusa's unbanned, I'm still giving her the rights to best carry in the game, but I do agree that in a head-to-head matchup, there aren't many who could beat Medusa, but
It is
Terrorblades on that
Radiant's
list.
ban.
Also cost reflection, of course, is like one of the anti-carry spells in the game.
This is our next villain, the Arc Warden.
No, gonna be
Dire must
Necro.
choose.
Necrophos, that turns.
and then anti-mage comes. I purify thee.
The thing is that they've made Terrorblade like a demigod kind of
God,
character, and Anti-Mage is kind of just like a...
Yeah. And Necro is just like some undead guy.
What do you mean by
Yeah,
it's just a
it's-
dude?
He's like a monk, isn't he?
He's the secretary or whatever.
He's from the
From the
Remain.
Tyler estate or something like that.
huh?
Huh?
Radiant's
You know where he's from?
Yeah.
Is it a real place?
No, no, it's like it's a Dota
Oh,
place.
he's from the church of the temple of Tuscaturi or whatever.
It's a War 3. Is that Dota 2?
There's Dota 2.
Oh, okay.
That's why it says I vow to like defeat all the evil gods or whatever because they invaded the temple and killed everybody but him. That's why he has this vengeance aura about him, you know.
No, that's vengeful spirit. She
Yeah. But maybe Terrorblade, you know, he did that and aim is like, bro,
literally
what
you
Literally.
Oh
Or
my
the
God.
same guys.
what did you do?
Holy shit, speaking of the anime, Invoker.
First phase.
First
Walker.
phase.
Alright.
All right,
going
let's
on?
go.
Alright, wait, hold on, let's count. Darkseer banned out, Legion Commander.
He looks so small.
Yeah.
Small.
I mean, he's next.
Imagine if they pick a Mars
you
next.
would look small as well next to this tower. Come
They
on.
pick a Mars next. What is going to happen is the Vulcan's out of the game.
The good old times when they pick Meepo next to Mars.
Yeah.
And the shield just covers him completely.
He covers almost every hero.
Currently, Hoodwink has the smallest model. And so if she ever gets picked, she's like 5
Oh yeah,
pixels tall.
jeez. We never saw her in Chinese region
Nope.
still. Still not big. Okay, so this Swax Invoker, he will be able to deal with the mana from Leshrac, right? That's the most important part there.
That's what he does. Yeah.
Yeah,
Can
that's-
you Cold Snap Earn? There's an Abaddon on the enemy team.
You can't, but you
You can MP, that's true.
Then he has a mana for shield. And then you can earn.
I like it.
They've played some weird position fours, maybe Invoker 4 is back.
That's what I was wondering too. And I like Felix Chaba would definitely be a player to do something like that.
Because they picked it so early on, but look at Team Aster, they're having no second thoughts. Having the Void, ban out, Faceless.
Chrono Cataclysm.
Chrono, yeah.
And of course, Invoker has many faces.
Yeah. Meanwhile, RNG with TA ban.
Yeah.
That means Invoker should be mid, right?
Or it's the debate.
It's just a bit.
Wait,
Because banning Ursa and Tide when you have Invoker is he's good against those heroes. If it's a mid.
4. Against them.
I don't know. like Ice Wall destroys Ursa.
Yeah, it's the same, I feel like.
Yeah, same as Tide. You can't crake off that Ice Wall.
Nope.
The Ice Wall is uncrakeable.
I know you guys were wondering like how does Icefall slow?
Yeah.
Bkop were asking that.
Mm.
My theory was that like it's like you're walking on like a and you have like your normal like walk slow to make sure you don't fall. That's what an Icefall is like.
I mean, to me, it just looks like it's like a vertical wall and they're walking into it
Yeah.
and through it somehow.
Maybe it's a vertical wall, but it has some openings and you have to squeeze through. So like,
yeah, that's right.
you get to
Army
the other
crawl through.
Exactly. That's why you're slower as well.
Of course, makes sense.
And gets picked up by Team Aster.
Wow.
Rubik versus
What?
the Abaddon.
Invoker Rubik, let's go.
Yeah, let's go game.
Yeah, we have been very discouraged with Rubik, not just this region, but in all upper divisions. I think Rubik has like a sub 40%.
But that's because they don't pick him into a lion.
And
5 seconds.
But they were picking him into a Beastmaster back in the day.
It's foolish.
Okay, fine.
You steal the finger, you build axe,
You lose the stacks whenever you lose finger.
doesn't matter.
For one glorious moment,
You
you
still
have
get the
70 more HP.
You still get a 25% bonus damage, however much it is.
The casual good old breaking.
Yeah.
Rubik, by the way, memes aside, it's still pretty good with Centaur in the lane. It's always the pairing with Centaur. But the hero is weak right now, I agree.
50
But all you have to, yeah, 50 cents and 2 puck.
seconds.
Puck is sadly banned. Actually, 2 not banned.
5
not
seconds remain.
So why do you pick an Invoker move? You can pick Puck.
There's obviously Dino Merlini as well for Falcon people.
Yeah,
They will
and-
understand the
And
reference.
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan.
Why I'm picking him.
Let's have another one. Oh, Justin Weaver.
Justin
Of
Bieber,
course, yeah.
Wife stealer.
So RNG the carry that can hopefully enable whatever this invoker is. Because if it's a 4 invoker and then you have a 5 Rubik, please don't tell me that's your support pairing. This invoker has to be mid, right?
Yeah, it's mid.
Yeah,
Okay. You remember our season 1 classic? A bad dawn.
Oh god. Yeah, they have a bad drawn on the side of the
I get
master.
it. I get it. I gotta.
Okay,
So
so
wait. Bad joke 1st. Why are Baden players bad at puck?
why?
Because they miss coil.
It is Dire's ban.
So we call it knee slapper. All right, what were you gonna say?
Radiant's
Okay,
turn to
this
bat.
should be your Medusa with Alacrity, right? Medusa with Alacrity, pop that
I mean,
bad boy.
eventually,
That bad boy there, and she's buffed out of her mind,
and let's play ability draft.
and he doesn't get Alacrity.
No. He gets wax instead. I got my 4 wax off boys.
I still don't know what the
remain.
Quas Weck is doing. Yeah, the X sword is nice, alacrity, and then
5
there's no Cataclysm
seconds
setup, so
remain.
he probably won't worry about that this game. But he's literally just turning man. I feel like against most of these heroes, he can't slow pick them with Cold Snap.
Just pick the Raging into Invokers.
Yeah,
Hey
because
bro,
no
man.
one cares anymore.
no one
20
cares.
minutes
It's by a shard.
by
yeah.
the shard.
They have learned to retain Medusa's mana off as well, but she doesn't care.
She doesn't
too.
care.
But in her case, it's a life drain rather.
Yes,
Kind of.
until
Okay,
she
Let's get a
gets,
Pugno. Let's go.
until you get cold.
About that,
Actually get the suck.
Radiant's turn to pick.
I would. Sure. No.
Is there
but-
anything else?
There's Spirit Siphon from
Actually,
Death
you know who had mana drain originally? Phoenix with
I
the
didn't know that.
Tower,
Yeah, and Warcraft 3. Blood Mage.
Blood Mage.
Mhm. He could also transfer to allies. Which line? Now can
And-
he do?
Prophet.
and-
20 talent.
This was actually Phoenix.
Supernova?
Yeah.
No, he would make a Phoenix.
Yeah, he
Oh.
make a
Not a
Phoenix,
supernova.
and then when the Phoenix dies, it becomes an egg, and it gets reborn
Wow.
until you kill the egg.
Humble beginnings.
Yep.
Really strong draft overall from RNG. Like, aside the fact that they have Invoker and Rubik
Yeah.
picked in the first
3
and
out of the 5
second
heroes are great.
3 out of 5 are awesome. Yeah.
Right. So we're looking for an offlane last pick here, I
XXS
think,
hero.
to pressure the Medusa.
Legion is banned.
Hero
Mars is
offlane
banned.
pressures Medusa.
Mars
Mango's
Band, Legion
banned.
Band, first stage.
Mother.
Of course. Oh, wait, what? We were talking about memes way too much. That we didn't get the first 2 bans.
Yeah.
Bugs did go through.
I'm packed if you consider him a bug.
Yep. Well, bugged out. Overpoweredness.
Said Invoker's important. Let's talk to Bkop and Lacoste. Broodmonth manages to slip it all the way through Lacoste. What does this mean for Medusa?
That means Medusa's gonna have a really good time in the jungle. Maybe not so much in the lane. I'd call seeing this particular lane. Broodmother is one of the more annoying heroes. First 10-15 minutes, invades jungle. Medusa like to be in a triangle anyway, which Broodmothers don't play in. I think in this game, it's very important that Invoker pops off. Like, he needs to go ham. Like, those first 2 rotations, I think that's what matters in this game. Because if he goes on the side, doesn't do anything, Centaur, he needs a lot of time to build his items up. I'll still go with RNG. I think Medusa can take over this one.
I'm going Aster. I think that game 1 was just a weak. Black.
Black.
Blizzard said that he was going to go last.
Okay. I'm
Last.
going RNG actually.
Okay.
I like their last 2 picks.
Bkop.
I'm gonna go RNG. Medusa, I don't think it's going 0-2 today. I don't think that's predictions on dpc.esports.fun. Need RNG 2-0, so.
Lizard wanted to say he was going to go against all of us, so what are you going to do now, John?
Just Aster.
Aster?
Tsunami, yeah.
Let's go Aster.
Going last.
2 Asters, 3 RNGs, and a game 2 with Lacoste and Bkop.
Game number 2, indeed. Game 2, 2 guys in red blazers. Is it a coincidence? I don't know. Maybe. Probably not.
I think it is because I definitely did not message you.
Well, yeah, that's true. I was actually wondering because you also have a blue blazer, so I was like, red. Do I go
These
blue
are
or
pretty,
match?
you know, if you have a blue, red, and gray blazer, you're pretty covered.
I do. Every
Well,
time.
there you go.
So I just have to guess what day you're wearing each one. Match with either you, black, or lizard at least once a day.
I like how in this game they pick Raid King into Invoker. They do not care about EP. Man, what does Invoker become? He became a joke.
It's not fair. That invoker.
You just buy that shard, but we also see them not even picking up a shard. Like, they don't care. I'm just gonna have a magic one. I'm gonna have BKB, so I don't need to get it.
Oh.
At level 1,
Maybe.
EMP, zoning tool. Let's see if he decides to use it. Still holding it.
Earth
Lanham.
Spike. Alright, I still got the bounty.
So really good spells to steal in this game. By some, I mean anything from Lion, but most importantly, I believe it's just gonna be a Photic Shield.
I'm wondering what Rubik wants to focus on. Felix, there was a point during Dota, the off season during the Dota Pit events, where there were 4 of them that he kind of made a statement as a deep player.
Even though Rubik is not the strongest right now. So EMP used, he does not get a kill on that range creep. Just kind of a bummer. 125 mana to do nothing. He burned some mana on White Album. Okay, that's something.
See, Stone's played against White Album. He's played both of his comfort heroes in the series, lost. Obviously, that first game as the Puck. But we'll see what he can do as the Shrek. We've seen Invokers feel like doing really well and then fall off really hard 20 minutes into the game.
Shrek?
No, Invokers.
Oh yeah. The item build, that's my... Like, what do you build on this hero? Right now he's in the 4-1. Not too bad. There was a lot of good enough to try over the number. He does not allow stones get to the CS. Very aggressive play from White Album. Booker, he transitions into late game. Eventually, you're gonna have the Cataclysm. If he decides to go for a Witchblade, or if he wants to go Earn.
And that's done. Out doing some damage onto D-Stones. The hero that everybody was talking about. D-Stones came on the scene. D-Stones Invoker. Everybody was hyped for it.
A lot of missed CS on the tower, not the easy one for Invoker. Like, you can get possibly your Blades of Attack, the extra 9 damage, get some stats online. So it's very important that you get the first couple of correctly.
Right, and he's doing decent job.
Could have been better. You know, watching under the tower, a couple of mistakes there by him, could have been at the 11 possibly, but still doing okay. I thought Leshrak will be able to deny a couple more, but let's focus on the other side lanes. Bottom lane, Rare King plus Abba dropping low.
Yeah, telekinesis. It was Fable, but just surviving. Refire Blast goes down to Flyby, who did not have double. It's just level 2.
In this lane, I think Flyby should get a point in double edge, maybe even a second point. This is a killer lane. He stepped up close, he dies.
This is your classic Rubik Centaur lane that we saw a lot of. Obviously, Rubik a lot stronger. But it can still get kills. No, I don't have the Aphotic Shield on. Telekinesis hooks not double edge. It's a lot of damage. Super throwing some shots at Borax, who's trying to get a. But those spirits, in fact, hurt. X or Spike, first blood for Borax regardless.
Lion is a no joke. Mess with level 1, Tornado EAP, just burning the mana on the track. These stones also running a bit low, and man has only 2 magic wand charges to work with.
Kill from a support onto a support. This Lion. And he's got that mana drain to work with where God, I feel uncomfortable moving forward. I say that Earth Spike out of mana on the Insatiable Hunger doing a lot of damage. XXX trying to get kill, and God King forced all the way back.
This is a big problem because Lion drains your mana, you do not have enough to use the Mystic Snake, and this is something you need in the laning stage to just get some more pressure, get the mana back, and it's not happening. He's sitting at 30 mana right now, so I think it's nicely done by Aster. Silken Boa.
And Insatiable Hunger on cooldown for
nothing to drain.
Seconds.
That's the new mana, but a lot of slow. If bot lane is going well, where Flyby, get Vanguard, can't buy what they can do, like Rubik needs to stack Ancients. He needs to be very active in terms of stacking, just gonna have a game, because I don't think he can lane top. There are a lot of these webs around. Phoenix doesn't provide you with any kind of stun, so it's already looking very problematic top. 13 CS on Medusa only.
To the Wraith King, who's got 10 more CS and lane's pretty quiet, at least for him. Maybe not the add-on. Medusa, if you do get that farm, like, so we've seen what Medusas can do, plus maybe the old factory will really help out this Medusa output quite a bit of damage, but it's all about getting there. And if the Brood can overwhelm and this is a slow one for God King, RNG might struggle.
Because if mid lane doesn't go well, I talked about this before the game started, need this Invoker to be active, try to help the other lanes. They also don't have that one hero other than a Centaur who can stand against the Brood. Once he gets a Vanguard, once he gets the Hood, he can potentially swap that top lane.
Oh, they're coming around on the Light Album. They hit him with the Fable, and they have
Big
the
kill.
damage. Rotation just not in time. Board, good one to get. Insatiable Hunger, and that's fine for XXX.
Good rotation from RNG because they get a kill. They also force a rotation, means Medusa on the top lane can breathe a bit more easily. They just can't keep, like Broodmother should not die here at all.
What need have I
Okay,
for money?
you know, you have Felix getting stacked. He couldn't get the Ancient stack. He just wasn't close enough for the time. But he at least gets something out of it, which feels quite all right.
Dire structures are
Yeah, you see Centaur trying to
radiant should look to
tank
their
all
bottom
this as he's got that Vanguard to work with. They'll bring around Felix, Monet moving over. Maybe to try and actually fight this. Fable comes in with the hook stop, land him in trouble. He gets the Photic Shield off. Telekinesis, that lands on Monet. Flyby taking a lot of damage, might want to run. That's a little bit of back and forth harassment between the two. So Shrek really not working with EM constantly.
Yeah, this is
like out of
nothing
space.
without mana, pretty much. It's just a couple of right clicks, and you can see him using mana. That's not what his mana burn will run back to base. TP in 25 seconds could potentially gank one of the side lanes. Top lanes, not an option. I don't think it's necessary. They're already putting a lot of pressure, but bottom lane is possibility if someone is soaking up the experience in mid, which is not. So, guess he just goes back to mid lane anyway.
An early Arcane Boots for the Rubik. Something that he could potentially work with if he wants to leave Centaur alone. Move around the map. They're going to bring White Album bottom. Should be a dead Flyby. Stampedes, but I don't know if that's going to be in time. The Lamb full stun. Flyby very dead to Pulse Nova. They actually catch a +1 Earth Spike X, and this is 2. Borax doing a good job of knowing where the other sword is.
I was just wondering where they're gonna go, because they were thinking Lanham also had a TP ready, walk back. I thought one needs to pick up the experience on mid lane. It's gonna be Lana. Good rotation. They get the double kill, meanwhile getting levels on Abba, which is always very nice to have. Lana is the guy that kind of introduced Position 5 Abba in the Chinese scene, start of the first season.
Constantly on it. God King only level 5. He's so far behind.
He's level
behind
6, doesn't have mana, so can't use a Mystic Snake. Give me Arcane Ring right now for God King so he can get the mana, use the Mystic Snake, send it back to base, get her maybe a mask so that she can life leech off it.
Go after Flyby, and he just died. So now it's Flyby, as he's gonna pour the second time back, and they just chase him down. X doesn't kind of make it real easy.
It's a very slow lineup from RNG. All their heroes kind of need levels, need a lot of time to come online.
EMP, they're trying to chase.
Was this map done? Where the Arcane Ring I was talking about? Just you can use this snake. He's playing a very dangerous right now.
Tower on up top.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Wood tree. Fairy's trinket for the Radiant.
Best rank. Well, that's one of the better items for sure.
And Mando. That's where items for Aster. Shuffle, broom handle, Fairy's trinket, keen optic, and keen optic drop for the Doctor. They still have one item find. But this is the problem. You've Success have such a free game. You've let him take over top, take the tier 1 tower. Your jungle's done.
Yeah, you cannot take over the jungle. Possibly the Stampede, you need to bring 3 heroes, maybe even 4 heroes to kill the Broodmother, because she's gonna be super tanky. Cloak, he has enough money to buy it, so gonna be full hood.
You need everything because you got to shut down XX.
You can just play a different part of the map, because top part is just now gone, and they could easily collapse on a mid tower with the catapult. Finger not available yet. Bought by Borak, just needs to use her. And we've seen this also when there's a Broodmother plus one more guy that can take tower easily, where you just go in and try to get your tower between 10 and 15 minute mark.
Yeah. Stealing the aquatic shield, that's one that you don't mind having for sure.
Is in danger. Radiant have fortified
Coming
their
over,
structures
XX.
against attack.
You will get that hood.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Deuce now farming bottom against this Wraith King. 2 levels down.
It's gonna even worse because Wraith King is bringing end of Midas.
Tornado EMP on a lap, but borrowed time. You don't really need him to be scared at all. White out invis and trying to get something out of it. Invoker can only do so much.
This is Quasvex Invoker. You can't do fancy stuff. It's
He's
3
done it.
it's pretty much that. As you said, they even dropped down the sentry just to make sure. Go on a mid tower.
Dire should look
A lot of their map is shrink right now. They're losing so much. God King going yacht. A lot of time to recover.
middle tower.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you get here that's going to really help you out. Your map is gone. For the most part, I think your side of the map is the way Aster are playing in a really bad spot. Adam doesn't even have to pop the borrowed time, so he's still just free to
Dire's bottom
run at these
tower
heroes
is
on
under
RNG.
attack.
Want to see some sentries, some observer boards from RNG, secure triangle. They cannot go in the top part of the map at all.
Well-gotten gains.
This is their farming area, triangle, and what comes to the bottom tier 2 tower.
You'll pick up for the Leshrac. They've got Wraith King, who's just been farming. He's top of the net worth, going into the Radiant. So he's long playing this, going Midas Radiant, which is fine, considering XXS and Leshrac can take over the map without.
He playing to Medusa. She just wants to have another tool that he can farm with, at more levels. Usually we would say get that level 20 faster, but it's not a thing anymore. Now you buy a shard and have no incarnation mana cost.
Tornado misses, and they don't get the kill on. Brood spreads the webs over to the triangle, going through the jungle and over to mid, through mid.
Back to safety. No one's farming there. A lot of to work with
Is now active.
left because they lost 1 tower on mid flyby. Just soaking up the experience. He's not that easy to kill. 4 points in retaliate, plus a double edge hoof stomp, no silences. I don't think they can kill him, especially if he's sitting on the tier 2 tower. Place to be now. He's available if to go on him.
Tornado EMP onto this Brood. Out of mana.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He just gets the Yules and kills someone, running at them with a haste.
If they can slow the game down, by slowing the game down, I mean trying to reduce how much map they're losing right now. Because I talked about they need, I don't see any sentries, I don't see any observer boards in the triangle. They need to protect it. They need to protect it with 4 heroes and bring flyby. Which played well done on Invoker.
Which one?
That one. The one that I just mentioned.
Halfway.
Regeneration.
So, next success, he's just taking what's being left over.
This is the first time in a professional match that I see Broodmother going inside of the triangle. Something I already talked about, wondering why no one is doing it.
Having the ways to work with and being able to...
Especially against hero like Medusa. This is where she wants to farm. Hex.
Yeah. Fear, spite, over God can throw a Mystic Snake at. Silence with one more shot. Pop the borrowed time, alright. Then back. Felix on the GG off that, and they're good back for a second with that Earth Spike. God King got his work with.
Classic position of Lanham. Right here. Going into Orb of Corrosion phase boots. Position 5.
And he's gonna go Falcon Blade. What he always does.
He does that on Next Assassin. I don't remember, like, this time around, maybe stat not be a bad one. Even a glow tape is okay.
The Fade Bolts back and forth with also having his own spiders. War of the Spider World.
Uses the spiders, another
more.
Fade Bolt, infinite Fade Bolts, just jumping around, satisfying sound.
He's actually doing a good job of taking out Brood spiders.
Another Fade Bolt,
Oh,
steals
spiders
again.
and more spiders for Root. Fade Bolt again. Felix slowly becoming the Brood hero. Alright, well, that's never mind.
Problem is they're losing a lot of gold because their map is shrinking. Yeah.
Honey, I shrunk the map. Coming to a theater.
What was the movie Honey, I Shrank the Kid or
I shrunk the kids, yeah.
Kids? Okay.
Stone Gazer spike doesn't land. So, just the fear of spiders. Arachnophobia tickles into God King. And he
Also a
pops
very
this.
good movie.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Not.
attack.
Eight-legged
Tower is in
free another fighting movie.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
So different plays. I'll always wonder like what would happen after we've seen multiple Broodmother picks on the offlane where she just gets way up farm and they're waiting for this momentum with the pipe with King Radiance. He's level 14. High level Medusa's only level 10 while King is low. That's 4 level difference between the areas. You're not gonna deal with defense. She does not have an item yet.
No, only Dasha. Wait, it's not her. Much Invoker going with 4 staff. Okay. Talking about how it felt like this Invoker hop off. He hasn't really done so. Blink Dagger picked up the Lion and he TP's out. They smoke pop. No.
Didn't really pop off. Not too much hacking on the map.
Under attack.
Slow line,
Radiance.
very slow lineup. You want this dude. Nick's not a hero that makes aggressive rotations. You have Rubik, but Rubik.
Is in danger.
Why did I even choose RNG? I don't like any of these heroes. I don't like the hero pairings. Actually, we're changing. I'm going with the Aster.
Is under attack.
Mid-game.
18 minute,
Fortified
7k lead. He's now convinced. Stone? Are you now convinced the other?
No,
Okay.
I think they need the buff the Melee Stone, multiple drop RNG to possibly get back into the game.
Is under attack.
Done, mech done, Radiant also online. You can do this tower.
Top done.
Not much you can do about it. We'll take
Radiant
over the
declare
outpost
tower.
and potentially go inside the pit. And just if you do not want to take the fight, if you feel much weaker, we're gonna go inside the pit, take the Aegis for us.
And Dragonlance. Okay. See how that works out. Invoker. It's about got that staff finish. Picked himself up the Embrace. Some Rubik spiders getting pinged out. I believe Medusa getting a little scared.
Did we see a kill Bkop in the last 10 minutes? I don't think so.
I'm gonna read real quick. No, there's some words died. Destroyed. Ah, White Album has just killed Deep Stones at about 12 minutes.
Almost 10 minutes without a single kill. The classic Medusa game.
Sorry to tell you, but this is what Geek does
Yeah, it does better than this. Are you entertained?
too. So RNG trying to make
I'm
enough
entertained by
sense.
this sound. It's still going.
You can eat at that.
Another. Now
Felix,
you're dead if you don't
TP,
TP.
and he's away.
Should have used another Fate Bolt just to get some beats while he's TPing.
Double damage.
You and beats.
Just beats. No, like beats. Like one of the biggest fan beats out there. So we'll go inside. Standard stuff. You do not want to take a fight. We'll go in. Be on raid. Decides to pull back. A lot of farm top. A lot of farm top. Decent farm top. Why did they go in and just try to Ocean?
Yeah.
I guess we're expecting team RNG.
There's even a lot of space, that's for sure. Question is it enough? And I'm not sure it is. Oh,
New treasures.
I'm a big fan of the beats.
Yeah. DJ Rubik.
Such hits for tofu. I need more allowance. Hanging on a track and hitting on the Phoenix get killed. Does have Guardian Greaves, so fill up that mana, continue to overwhelm. Shut down. I say they're shutting down the map, and then, yeah, they have an 8k lead, but are they shutting it down? I don't know. Medusa's got
They go top, we go bottom. This is the type of a play RNG is doing. Don't fight.
Now they're in a rush. This is the move.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Let's
The Dire
take throw shot.
on the
Give it to
hunt for
Lesh.
radiant forces.
There's no need for Raid King to get it. Is somewhat 0-0-0. I would have Medusa with the 0-0-0 score, standard.
Immortality.
But his fate will always
Recently
be
achieved
to
a
rise again.
D1 in a 2-minute game.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, and he was playing Elderson. It would get Broodmother too. I don't know how.
Radiant are
Man,
scanning
it
for
was, the
enemies.
high score ended up 10-2. Similar. DUI ended up 0-0-0. Back days would be pretty impressive. 50% cool reduction here for the brother.
Give me something. Give me anything. Smoke into death. Like whatever. Like, I miss play.
Yeah. Not
Damn.
even dying.
Smoking. So Medusa swap around with Maelstrom and next item. She wants to deal with the spiders a bit better. Maelstrom,
Radiant's middle tower is
you
under
match
attack.
with that because it's only 4 targets. Mjolnir is 12 targets. You're gonna need to upgrade to that. It's cheap damage.
D-stones. Do you go short here for D-stones? Just throw down the meteor. Meteors?
You have 3 points in next turn. I don't think you're going to be throwing any meteors, dude.
Well, I'm just saying,
Just
you know.
save it for later, okay? And Nahaz must be proud of this. Invoker shard.
Meteor.
Yeah, it's the triple meteor.
Yeah. It's, you know. Damage when a meteor comes. Going after the spider. There we go.
Being a dinosaur and this meteor's dropping, you're like, oh no, we're about to die. You let up the sun. What a nice weather.
Unlucky.
You don't need to deal with one.
Yeah.
Baby. Base didn't have Act Shard at that point. Dropped 3.
Yeah, we were still, yeah, this back then was playing 7.20 Dota.
Observer Sentry going down. It's now been, what, 12 minutes since the last?
Maybe there's a couple of smaller ones following.
Back a
Now
little
go
bit
with Daddy Meteor.
Oh. Oh, Invoker, he's big pot!
He got it! He got the kill!
No!
Finally, they get him. Minus stuck, trying to get out of there.
Is under attack.
That was a thing back in Dota 1 days. Maybe even in Dota 2 at the start. I'm not sure. Your hero can't. We still developed the game properly. Gonna use the unstuck.
No more Invoker for 30 seconds. Scotty next to Medusa. So long.
It's the Medusa. Aster building the lead for one big potentially farming the whole map pretty much. Red King's level 20, Medusa 16. Finally got the kill. Chat is entertained.
In trouble. They've got the Sun Ray trying to keep flying alive, who the X-In stream. And
God, knock it off. Keep fighting. You're gonna get grounded if you keep this. Back to your own room. Radiant to the left room, Dire right room.
Blink hook. XXS. He's okay with that. Just stand there and take. Go back to.
They ganked the sentry. They really should. That sentry, no vision for you.
I'm still waiting for the Fade Bolt on Cyrus. I need to. I've been in my own head trying to figure out
Scanning for enemies.
how I wrap this. By the way, Rubik almost.
Green core. Yeah, I've noticed the build. I was check if he wants to commit to it.
Goes instead.
Now, this is a good ag game. Like when we got steal, it gives you ags. No, imagine still reincarnation. That'd be dope.
That would be good. One blink stop coming out until land. He does have far of time that get popped at success. Now he tries to get involved. So does Whiteout. Maker's 5 Supernova. Not bad. That's the right clicks coming in. Can they get it? They're up to Supernova goes off. Land back success. They both die. Spike from Borak me enough to turn it around. Right up. Damage doesn't feel enough though.
Medusa still standing.
And oh, he just doesn't put the timing.
Perfect timing.
Oh, RNG.
Finally, they were playing for this exact moment. Good Medusa ulti. This is the first Medusa also that we have not seen going for that Aghanim Scepter. Because she does not want to fight. Like this is not a farming item. This is the we want to make a fight.
See, yeah. All right, finger. Right click. They got him. Claimed his bones. And a 4-staff pick by Borax. Yes, Medusa doesn't seem he wants to fight all too much. Tornado MP, nay. Shard preemptively, just in case Invoker does kill this Wraith game. Oh, the reincarnation.
Better safe than sorry.
Let's take a look at it once again. So they go after like, he's got borrowed time. It starts to being White Album and the rest. Ooh, Sunstrike. lower right corner. You know what? Yes. They did take on the Wraith King, but they find themselves the Invoker. Oh, do they? Silent?
Skelly's radius, he's speedy, has the shield on him.
Still in a Photic shield, and he'll survive. Well done by Felix.
Dire's
Out the
bottom
information.
tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower
That of a cooldown anyway.
And problem with the Broodmother. Yeah, you've done your job. That's like, what now? What do you do with the big concern about going into Heaven's Halberd? We've seen in our previous series Heaven's Halberd a lot of value. One of the reasons why Abba is also getting one.
Psychic headband for those shrine. So we're trying to go into a heart. This isn't the Wizard of Eyes. He had.
So with the stones
again, borrowed time goes on. Tornado lands. The big blob of green spiders comes the way of RNG for a second. Still an 11k lead. They brought it down to 8 and it went back up to 11 really fast. That was quick.
Oh, this reminds me of Dogecoin. Just up and down, up and down.
Down, tweet.
And into the last couple of
Down,
days.
tweet.
Yep.
There's the MKB.
MKB done. On Medusa, it's gonna be even more damage. Has lifesteal coming out from the Paladin sword. Lion also into shard. So immune. Multiple target mana drain.
You're gonna pop up 4 be the telekinesis with the Fate Bolt, the damage to the kid. They'll take out Borax, and now killing spree for God King.
I think they're pretty good spot right now. Aster did not manage to, like, Broodmother's just gonna fall off. This is not gonna be a hero.
Stop once again, double edge now. Get this to fly by. Oh, sure. Coming up again. Strike! Oh, got him, but he popped the bar. It's like they White Arm's like baiting him up there. He wants fly-by to blink on him.
Fortified.
Where's Solar? I want to see a Solar Crest on top of Medusa with the Alacrity. Who's gonna buy it? Rubik going for Staff?
Blink. Refire Blast. Telekinesis coming on a May. They've got the Tornado to follow it up. No, good solid. EMP comes through. Lightning Blast misses. They'll Stone Gaze to run.
That should
Moved
help.
up here.
They will chase. You want to take this fight, Monet? Bit lower mana. Not even mana per stun. Medusa also no mana.
Supernova, and they look over, and they'll get the first swipe, but they don't get the Supernova off. Super's gonna end up dead. God King out of mana. It's gonna be Alacrity. Is it gonna be not damage? No, oh, they got the finger that kill. They got. They have buyback. Bone collected.
I think they were gonna take the fight to this Stone Gate, not use the
Middle tower
all I want to see Sharp being by Medusa. So if you got max range, there's gonna be snake bouncing, stun. They have a lot of single target abilities that they can throw on her. She has no buyback, no gold at all. Invested all of his money into Monkey King bar.
Fly by. Look at all these spiders. There's spider webs. I'm sorry. It's just I
What?
can't even see the terrain.
What is this? It's just over. Can't see.
You don't see the building.
Not show me this on screen. What is this? Like 60 webs. Rubik from Broodmother. We're gonna see that again. Yes, Medusa really low. Egg was not in the greatest spot.
A little further back and imperfect. By the way, the shard on XSS doing work there. AoE Silken Bowl at 80% chance. You know, 80%, which is basically 100.
Yeah, it's almost 100% miss chance.
Who thought 80 was okay?
One of the reasons he decided to go for MKB, besides Radiance, he sees that they have its halberds up being built, so a lot of miss chance. 80 still feels a bit too high. The number 4, possibly 25, a bit more balanced.
Yeah, it originally sits at 40. It's already very high.
Yeah.
I don't know, you looked at me like I said the wrong
No,
thing.
I'm just thinking 80. Kind of also a bit blind. Couldn't see I was blinded by those webs.
Blinded by the webs. Whose web are they on? Telekinesis meteor? Alright, well, force action from Borax. That'll save the spider, and they've got the mana drain.
Dire's
Not sure
bottom
that's
tower is under attack.
when you really want. Going for Lincoln's, Stonegate duration, a couple of smokes used here by Aster. Sunstrike, Roche up. And Spotlight. He like here. Stonegate's used. They're gonna try and turn around. They've got the hero side. Supernova did a decent spot this. They've
They're
got
not
the
getting the
lockdown
super.
onto Monet. The question is, do you have the depth to get the kill here? Not once, but twice.
Triple mana
Either
drain.
way on God King, who's now surrounded. They don't have anybody to help with KB, the deafening blast. BKB's by Monet, so they're going to God King as well as Felix. And well, the damage on the Borax just gets the hero spike. Figure full team wipe just like that. Clean them up. GG's called.
GG's called? Okay. Well, I thought maybe have one more fight, 60 seconds. They can close them out. AC on Raid King, a lot of minus armor with the Edict. Now I'm looking at the draft, huge outdraft, I would say. Very slow lineup coming from RG.
Yeah.
Like,
you